Hi, guys. Okay, hopefully this is set up and we're doing good. Good morning, everybody. I've got some interesting decks to share with you, and I'm going to grab the This Might Hurt. We haven't seen that one in a while. So if you're just coming in, hi. Oh, let's see what we got here. Hey there, Brandy. Hey, Alta Elkin. Wow, hello. My daughter's name is Alta. That's an unusual name. Wonderful to see you. Hey, Emily. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jamie. I got the This Might Hurt deck out today, and I don't know why I'm called to do this one, but I thought I'd bring it out and break it out and show a little bit of this more fun kind of art, a little bit more interesting modern type of art. So we might be seeing a little bit more of that this morning. But if you've got a few quick questions, this is the part of the show where you can get 3 for free. 3 quick cards, just seeing what's going down on the table. If you've got a quick question, we'll do a micro read is what I call those. So come on in, do a shout out, and we'll see what's going on. And then the paid list is open. Those of you that have sent for readings for the 3 question read, I do for 66 and I turn it around in 2 days. Just so you know, I do have those and you're on my readings list. You'll know if it applies to you. So anyway, okay. April, any love coming your way for Annie? Let's see what's going on. Annie, in April, is any love coming your way? Wow, that really wants to stick there. Good grief. 7 of Cups, Judgment, and what's the final card there? There's like indecision. Spoiled for choices is another way for this. Spoiled for choices. So many choices, and a little bit of procrastination is the problem. So you need to take some action. Be your higher self. Don't just wonder, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? There's time for action right now coming for you. And spoiled for choices. 3 of Swords. You got to let go of this, baby. This is the 3 of Swords. Heartache, betrayal, blah, blah, what if, oh no. It feels like there's a little bit of fear that's getting in your way and you're trying to overcome that. Let your higher self go out there, be out there, make some choices, take some action. Go on a few days. Try a few things out. See what's going on. One more came through. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, things are trying to change, but you have to be the captain of your ship. You have to turn that wheel a little bit on your own. You have to really get on that. So that's what I've got for you on that one. All right. Firefly Danny, are you moving soon? Let's take a look. I'm going to put this deck to the side and we'll see what else is going on. Oh, Firefly Danny. I'm getting called to the madhouse for this, even just for a short 3. This deck it's a wacky deck, all right? It's called the madhouse for a reason, but just a 3 in the micro for Danny. Firefly Danny, are you moving soon? It's turning, but it's not turning fast enough that you want. You got the Wheel of Fortune coming through here. Same card as we saw before. There's something definitely energetically happening for all of us as a collective. Wheel of Fortune coming on. It's coming up. The 4 of Cups. You're refusing to see something. That's what you need to see first. Refusing to see it doesn't serve. So usually this is a spiritual gift coming in. We've got the Ace of Swords coming in also. So something you're feeling a little meh about is getting in your way. The boredom, the apathy, I'm not really into that. You need to figure out what's bringing you joy. And then right here, the Sword of Truth is coming up and bringing you clarity. So if you're a little bit invested in this energy, well, just consider yourself, that's a good way to stay stuck. If you'd like to move forward, if you'd like to move on, you're going to have to get a little less chicken shit. Put the big girl panties on and go for it. Put the big girl panties on and explore things. Check things out. This Wheel of Fortune energy is pushing the wheel forward. But if we're resisting, we're just going to feel like we're stuck. Change is in the air. It's ready. It's ready to move forward. So, yeah, just get out of the meh. And if you're bored and you got apathy, you're in charge of creating your own happy. You're in charge of doing that. Inside job of happiness, right? So be aware of that. Anything else on this? No. Get the clarity. Get clear about what it is you really want to create. It's not just moving that you want. There's a shift in the energy that you want to have occur, and you need to pay more attention to that. That's huge for you. All right, I'm going to put this back right here, and we'll see one more. Michelle, will I get pregnant this month? I am not a fertility specialist. We can see if the cards will pop up the Empress or not. We'll see what's going on with that. So I have had the Empress pop when people get pregnant. I've seen that happen a lot of times. Let's see what's going on in here. I'm checking, knowing full well I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a tarot card reader. So let's see if you're getting knocked up. Let's see. Let's find out. We're going to go to Mystic Mondays for this one. You're welcome, Danny. Let's take a look. Is she getting pregnant this month? Whoa! Hold your boundaries. I'm not getting straight up Empress, but what I am getting is the Happy Family card, the Ace of Wands, the most phallic card in the deck, like swing, yeah. And then the Seven of Wands. I don't think it's this month. I think it's soon. I would keep the next 7 weeks full of activity, full of date night, full of having fun, rolling in the deep is what I'm saying. Have the fun doing it. Don't get stressed about it. But yeah, the next 7 weeks are very interesting, and you should be pretty happy. And then I almost put that one away. And knocking boots is what I'm saying. Because that is the most phallic. It doesn't say absolute Empress, yes, but I say keep at it, keep at it. It feels more like beyond this month, but not too far away. So that's what I'm getting. So let me get a little bit of water, and I will hold up the paid reading list, and you guys can see kind of what's going on there, and we'll get going. 1 second. And please tell Kim any of the payments you make for the reads, let her know, because she helps me keep my brain on straight and keep things going. So that'll be super helpful. You're welcome, Mishi. This is what we're doing today. We are doing the Blind Oracle reads. Gosh, this phone is crooked as hell. Sorry, guys. Blind Oracle for $20 or the year ahead. Now, the Blind Oracle, you get the read you need. You might get a little bit of bossy. You might get a little preaching. You might get a little past life come through. You might get one of my guides come through. Who knows? Blind read, that's exactly what it is. I'm going in blind. You don't ask a question. We just go in and see what the cards have for you. Usually I choose from my Oracle decks. Oh, hold on to your socks 1 second. Woo! Okay. This is one of my Oracle cards here. There's the other one there. And then behind me here is some Oracle decks too. The rest of it's tarot. So just let Kim know which it's going to be, what it's going to be, and we'll see what's going on with that. But that's the Blind Oracle. The year ahead, we just start with the month we're in. Typically, if I feel a nudge to go a little further or a little further ahead, I will. But that's usually a baker's dozen. And we get snooping on that. If you want a 1-question tarot for the mini or the full, what you just saw, 3 cards, I consider micro. A mini, usually 7 to 10 cards, and that's $30. And you can ask a question on that one, or on the full if you want me to get really nosy, which I love to get nosy. Well, yes, I do. I do love to get a little nosy. I mean, I'd like to say no, I'm not going to get nosy. Every once in a while I'll get that's enough. Don't nose any further. But for the most part, I love getting nosy. And so I just go in and find what I find. So if you want one of those, that's usually 15 to 20 cards, whether it's the book or the Emperor's Throne spread, one of my specialty spreads. I put that out, and that is for $40. If you want to do Bones and Tarot, very fun. Or if you want to do Past Life, love those. Those are my favorite. I love Past Lives. Or if you want to do a reading where you have the Crystal Ball and Tarot, those are fun. All of a sudden, Tarot starts reading in a little more Oracle flavor, especially in the Past Lives, it starts reading in the Oracle flavor. It's super, super fun. Those are $50. This is how you pay me. A feisty butterfly, the E comes before the I. Double check your spelling so you don't pay the scammers, all right? But it's Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. There you go. You can let Kim know what's up as far as how that goes. And then we'll just get to reading. And if you see me reading in the cards, guys, and I'm in here, unless you're the person that I'm reading for, say I'm reading for Susie Q. If Susie Q is trying to type something through, let's let her type something through and try and keep it a little bit to a dull roar in the comments. Just so, because I'm not looking up at my phone. When I'm in the cards, I am in the cards. And then if I look up, I want to be able to see Susie Q's comment first. And whoever you are, if you're Susie Q or whoever is doing the reading, if you put it in all caps, I do tend to see that a little bit easier. But that's what we've got. So that's what's going on. Blessedly Flawed. Hi, Michelle. Hi. So, yeah, that's great. That's what we got going on. And I think it's just a regular kind of a day. Oh, and if you guys really like the Dungeons & Dragons tarot cards, I noticed on Amazon that it's on for $13.97. Now, why do I love this one? My grandson, he likes to play with it. He likes to see the knights. He likes to do all the gaming stuff. And so I have one version of it. Where did I put it? Here it is. And I trimmed it down, and boy, howdy, did it get trimmed. So I ordered the second one because it's on for like 13 bucks on Amazon. But you know I like the borderless. So I trimmed the borders off of some of these. And no, I don't have an Amazon link set up for myself to make any kind of kickback. I really should. One of my friends said you should do that. Haven't done it yet. But if you're into that kind of thing, it's the gamers kind of tarot combo. And it's the Dungeons & Dragons. And the borders, if you like the borders, they're really pretty cool. Now this one, this is the Three of Swords, right? And it's called Three of Intelligence. So they have renamed the suits. If you're just starting with tarot, then that's probably not the one for you. But yeah, It's a fun one. You're going to dig this. You're going to dig this deck. It's differently illustrated, more modernly illustrated, but look at this. You got to let the fantasy side of your brain open up, and it's just really, really fun. So that's what I've got. So anyway, tra-la-la on that. So Diana, which did you pay for? And how did you pay? Sometimes PayPal is a little bit behind for me, and I don't know why that is. But if you let me know, I'll quit chattering and we'll get reading. That's what I'm here to do. That's what I love to do. And I had to tell Phil, I'm like, Phil, I stole your Kiss shirt. I told him my hair was being crazy. He's like, get a hat. My hair is too big for any of his damn hats. So I stole his shirt instead. So, okay. Kim, what do my spirit guides want me to know? And this is for Blessedly Flawed. For Blessedly Flawed, Cash Up the Blind. Okay. Okay. All right. Blessedly Flawed. Now, Blessedly Flawed, if you are Michelle, can you give me a middle initial just because I just did a different Michelle and I would like the middle initial or a last initial? Just I want to get it distinguished in my head. Hey, Kim. Yes, I'm seeing this. Stop, stop, stop. This is a mini. Krista is a mini. Okay. Kim and Krista, are you Blessedly Flawed and I've got the wrong name? Just want to make sure. Blessedly Flawed is Crystal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Sometimes a lot comes through and it's a lot to track. Got it. For Krista, for Blessedly Flawed. Okay. And your question was, what do your spirit guides want you to know? Okay. All right. Okay. Let me move this to the side. We're going to the Tarot of the Abyss. This is a mini for Krista. What do your spirit guides want you to know? I'm getting a Karate Kid reference, so if you haven't seen it, then you might not know, but wax on, wax off. Keep it simple, keep it simple. Keep it simple, the Kiss shirt, yeah. But wax on, wax off. There's something about spirit guides in the starter pack. Starter pack. Okay. What do you want her to know? What are you trying to tell me? Also getting a Back to the Future reference saying go back in time. We've got Tarot of the Abyss coming out. I'm going to lean this so you can see what's going on here. Hopefully I lean that correctly so you can see. We've got the Fool and the Eight of Swords. Scooch this over to the side. What we're seeing here as we get started is you are on your new journey, on the new step of your new journey, first step of the big journey. But there's a limited way you think. You need to take the blindfold off, release yourself from the limited thinking, step back, retreat, go back to something, go back. Okay, clear audience is really on full power today. I'm getting, oh, I know my name is Simon, and the things I draw come true, and the pictures take me over the garden wall with you. It was like some old kind of cartoon from I don't know when, and it's like over the garden wall, back to this time of childhood where you would draw and doodle. What I'm getting is the seriousness that you carry about this is a little bit heavy. So go back to the start, go back to the beginning, get to the starter pack, get a pen and doodle, or get even like an 8-pack of crayons, only 8 colors. Don't get yourself all confused with magenta this and blah, blah. You need the basic 8 colors of crayons. We all have spirit guides that want to come through and help from the other side that wants to be there. You need to get it more simple for you. Take it back, and start doodling. Yeah, I'm getting crayons. I'm getting this Simon song. I'm getting this smell of Play-Doh. It's like you need to recognize that you are in kindergarten, as are we all. This is not meant in a condescending way, but some of us tapping into spiritual gifts, we're just at the early stages of humanity learning to tap in to what's going on psychically. For you, if you keep it simpler, keep it playful, keep it light, it's going to come through faster. It's going to come through easier. It's like you do need to break out your red and blue crayons. Red and blue, yeah. I don't know what this is about. I would grab red and blue crayons and I would start dialoguing. Have one color be what you're using for you, one color what you're using for your guide. This is something that you're going to be able to do. Some people do it in automatic writing. I can do it in automatic writing, and I set it with my pen and I put different brackets around. Whatever makes sense to you, so separate, and you'll know that it's your guides coming through. You'll know this wisdom is coming through because the dialogue won't feel like it's your thought. It will feel third person. It will feel exterior, okay? So the crayon assignment is part of what's going on. Let's get back to the cards now. Okay. Back to the cards, the Ace of Cups. Yeah, subconsciously you're sitting in it. You are already in it. It's richly around you. It's like you are sitting in the swirl of it and you don't even know it. So if you pull back a little, it's going to do just fine. In recent times, there has been not only temperance or modification or this balancing, this way you want to transmute, but this is also bringing in the 2 cups in a more solid way, almost like the perfect pairing. You and your higher self are really, really ready to receive, to be receptive. So all you have to do is open. It's not like you have not been good at what you're doing, but you will doubt. You will doubt and think, oh, well, I've made this up, or imposter syndrome, or this is just my imagination. If you don't think your imagination and your subconscious work together to help get spiritual guides on board or get them through, then you're just crazy, because they do. Our conscious thoughts are what limit us. Our overthinking of something is what limit us. Now moving forward, 5 of Pentacles. This is sometimes feeling poverty and lack, and I want you to really think on this. When we see the 5 of Pentacles, usually that's the person leaving the church behind and going their own way. Sometimes it has to do with money and financial lack and literal poverty, but we're talking spiritual gifts and we're talking energetic currency. You are not in lack. You may just not recognize what the gift is because it seems so mundane. The claircognizance that comes in, the clear knowing, it's one that we doubt a lot because we just think, oh, well, that's just my own thought. Get where you're dialoguing. Again, I'm going back to the Simon, back to the crayons, back to the colors. See what's going on. For you, yes, you. If you think about the colors of the northern lights when you see it, often you'll see just 2 lights coming through. They've recently come through for a lot of us on the planet. And maybe people will see like fuchsia and green, or they'll see even like a fuchsia and kind of a golden yellow. It's usually a 2-tone thing. This is what I'm getting. There's 2 tones. There's 2 shades. There's you and the spirit guides. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Your guide wants to come through, and she wants you, she wants you to be seeing things in a color way that keeps it simple for you. Yeah. And don't feel like you're in lack because you're starting simple. It's easier to get this and learn to trust what's going on with yourself when you do it in a way that you can see the difference. After a while, you'll know the difference. You'll be like, yeah, I know. This isn't my own internal dialogue. This is something external. This is coming through from a different source. You'll be aware of this. Now, the 7 of Wands is saying, hold your boundaries. What I would say on here, hold what it is as far as boundaries of time, so you're not lacking time and energetic resource. Hold what it is for your boundaries for yourself as to how you want to proceed and pursue the path of the spirit. This is big deal. This isn't fight with everything, but it is carving out the time and defending it for self. This is what you're trying to do. You don't have to do it full on 24/7 in such a serious way. Just know that this is something you want to do. Put the intention out there, state it clearly, and then be on about your business, on about your day. The 6 of Pentacles here, the universe is trying to give you something right now. It's in the energy around you. The energy is a simple gifting, simple gifting. It's already there. You've already got it. You've already received it, whether you recognize it or not, whether you're trying to assign it to look different. Not all of us are meant to see like the ghost. Not all of us see auras easily. Not all of us have the clairaudience. Not all of us will have the clairalience. We'll have these clairs activated at different times. Allow yourself playfulness with this energy. Empress card coming through here. Huge receptive and abundance coming on. New projects that will be starting. You don't have to have all the answers for the new projects, but there is this energy that you are at the start and you want to start, you want to begin. This new receptivity is opening up for you big time. Then the 8 of Cups. Okay. Walking away when there isn't evidence there. If you're trying to bring a clair on board and you're not finding anything coming through, try a different clair, try a different thing, try a different way of going about it. Again, say you've picked up the crayons and it's like, yeah, I just can't get into that simple, I'm just in my head too much, I just can't get it. This doodling shit isn't working. Grab yourself some Play-Doh, and I'm talking Play-Doh, brand name Play-Doh. Has a distinct smell. Grab what it is that brings that distinct smell through. And it's not going to be lilac and perfume and jasmine and sage. For you, you need to get playful with it. Let's see what else is going on in here. What else about the 8 of Cups? You're looking for a different kind of evidence than what you're getting. Just write down your experience. The evidence will present. Walk away from the longing for it to be like, you know, not everybody needs to be super psychic. No, you need to get in tune with your own powers in a way that makes sense to you. Not everybody is meant to be Teresa Caputo or Alison, what's her name? Alison Dubois. Not everybody's meant to be that, right? You're meant to have your psychic guidance, what you need to lead you forward, and you have it. It's just tapping in and finding the way that you work with it, the way you tap into it. What else with this Eight of Cups and the Empress? There is something you're going to have to give up, sacrifice, let go of. This is some kind of pattern that you're going to have to let go of. I don't know what it is, but what I'm getting is the Empress needs to be well rested and ready. You've got the Four of Swords here. When a woman is pregnant, she will do things differently. She'll take care of her body differently. She'll take care of her needs of rest differently. There's something you need to prioritize differently. And there's somebody else that you're going to have to say no to, or some other things that take your time. So you need to say no to something and let something go so you can clear more time for you to just have quiet allowance and move through things. Again, the limiting thoughts is, whoops, sorry. Upside down does not help. The limiting thoughts is what's getting in your way. The logical things, the knowing this, knowing that, knowing this, it's getting in the way of experiencing something. And if you want to experience and have exponential growth, you need to be in the experience of it. You need to learn from the experience of it, not from the knowing of it, but from the experiencing of it. The Nine of Pentacles, you're already in the garden, over the garden wall. You're already over the garden wall. You need to get it simple. Yeah, don't analyze anything. Just start enjoying. Get yourself really grounded. Don't analyze. Write down what you write down or doodle. And if all you're doodling, say you've got, your blue crayon out and all you're doodling is something like a puddle, a puddle, a puddle, and a bird. And you have no idea. And that day you don't see a puddle. You don't see a bird. Just leave it. Don't worry about it. Don't stress on it. This is how it wants to come through. You occasionally check out beside the garden wall. But mostly getting in this space of simpling it down and being beyond the garden wall is important. That's when the evidence is going to come in stronger for you. Yeah, you need to rest and you need to say no to something. Anything else? Okay, all right. So when I first got this Tarot of the Abyss, I wondered why we went to this deck. When I first got this imagery is so beautiful, but it's like, I wonder what it would be like with color. So I scan one of these on my printer and color it. And I thought more color would make it more beautiful. Oh my God, no. No. The line drawing takes me to a certain time sometimes. Takes me back to sometimes like 5th, 6th grade in the books that have the pictures in them. We would see this. Not everything was so full color. The lines speak more simply and draw you back to a time. So again, bring it back to a time that is more simple. Don't try and add or embellish or flourish or make it blah, crazy. No, let your spirit kind of wander and be in the experience. Let yourself start seeing connections in nature. Yes, in nature, in the garden, see the connections. See what the ants are up to or what the bees are up to. Be more in the connection of nature outside in the garden. This is important for you. This is where you get grounded and it's where you get peace. So be out in that. Anything else? Yeah, don't look for all the crazy flourish. Just keep it as simple as you can. It's a keep it simple day. So that's what we've got. That's complete. Yes, that's complete. Yeah, and Tarot of the Abyss would be a beautiful one for you to do that because it's the line work, and I'll show you again, like, here's the Ace of Cups. The line work is so beautiful on there. It's so extraordinary. It's really gorgeous cards that if you were to add color in here, it would take away from the beauty. You wouldn't see the emotion coming through so strongly. This one I would recommend for you specifically is coming through in your read. It will help you quit analyzing things to simple it down some. So that's what I've got. All right. Yeah, and your guide that wants to come through forward first. Okay, your guide that wants to come through forward first, she would identify, or we would kind of put her as a female guide. So just so you know, and she's probably, if you want to visualize, what I'm getting is she doesn't walk around quite like Lucy does, but she's not as young as Nell. If we were to see her in modern time with modern chronology as labels, I would see her probably around 27 is the age. I don't know what that's about. That's what's coming through. A woman about 27. Okay, stop there. All right, that's what I've got. Is her name Marcia? I have no idea. If you feel like that's her name, call her Marsha. Call her Marsha. She won't care if her name's Marsha. She won't care what you call her. But that doesn't strike me as a wrong name. It just, I've got to stop. This is for you to enjoy the discovery of. She's your guide, not mine. So I'm getting this nodding. I would take that as a yes. I'm getting this nodding. I'm getting this nodding. I'm getting this nodding. And you might have even one more coming through. Yeah. There's somebody, okay, you're getting it, you're getting it. Somebody's standing here, this is your guide standing here, and somebody's out, surprise! I don't know what's that. There's two women, surprise is coming to the other side. I don't know what that's about, but that's what I've got. So, wow, that's just absolutely gorgeous. I did not realize, but okay, a little bit of water, and then we'll go to Diana's blind. Yeah, you've got two. Don't worry so much. You'll know which one's Marsha, which one's not, whatever, and you'll know what they're trying to do. Yeah, start with just the red and blue first. Start with just the red and blue first. Yeah, enjoy that. Enjoy the fun of it. That's what they're trying to get at. Okay, so I've got my window open and the lawn people are here. So that's what you're hearing in the background. Sorry if it's a little noisy. I can't make them go away. So, okay. Hey there, Terry Lynn. Hey. Yes, the list is still open. We're going to go to Diana's blind reading next. Okay. All right. You know what? I want these pink ones if I can get them. I etched them different colors so I can get the whole deck rather quickly and not argue with the decks, but here we go. Okay, we've got, I forget what this is called, something like Moonology and the story cards. Let's see what's going on the blind for Diana. Okay, coming quick, coming quick. Okay, we're getting strength, we're getting truth, and we're getting forgiveness, and we're getting, I am the warrior, beating down the walls of heartache. I am the warrior song. I don't know who's saying that. Maybe you guys do. We're getting strength, truth, and forgiveness. This is what's helping you move forward. This is your own inner self battling. This is when you allow the forgiveness to come through. We always know that forgiveness is a gift for ourselves. It's really not about the other person, but it is a way that you honor your truth. Just because someone may have defined you in a certain way, defined a certain version of you, doesn't make it the true version of you. The true version of you is revealed more and more and more as you allow forgiveness to step through and honor your own narrative going forward. Yeah, it's really coming through loud. Yeah, thank you, Kim. Yeah, you are in warrior mode. You're suited up. Your armor is on. You don't even know it's. You've got, we think of armor, we think of knights, we think of Joan of Arc, we think of all of this. You've got the armor already on. Really, really ready. You've got a little bit more clarity about which version of what is needing to be carried forward and not carried forward. Now let's see what else is coming through. Protection, extremes, and the unexpected. We've got protection here, and this has the bird taking care of the nest. This is like as if you need to take care of the inner child is what I'm getting coming through. You needing to take care of the narrative. You need to own the narrative, reclaim the narrative, reclaim whatever the story is, and remove the labels that don't serve. Recognize they were put on by flawed people. Whether they're your parents, whether they're friends, whether the label is flawed and you don't have to wear it. You can peel that off. The armor will be there, and underneath this goofy ass label, whatever this is about, is something that is beautiful that shines through. Now we have the extremes. It's not always either A or B, A or B. The A-B thinking mindset isn't serving you, so be aware that that needs to shift for you, okay? And then here we have the unexpected. There is a partner coming through. What's going on with that? What's going on with that? I want to see what's going on with this partner coming through. Okay, we're going to go to the story cards. This feels like a friend. This is an unexpected. This is a friend that knows you quite well. An unexpected friend coming through. This partner doesn't feel like romance and lovey-dovey. No, it feels like friend energy coming through. This is just a story in the setup. Why is this card even in here? This is just showing how to do the spread. This is just showing a setup. So what are you trying to build? I'm surprised that card's even there. I'm surprised I even inked it. Really, I don't usually ink a card of the spread, but it's there. It's what came through. How are you setting this up? This is rebuilding, retelling, refinding the story. Yes? We have the crossing. Okay. I'm getting, you got a friend in me and like a bridge over troubled water. And we got the crossing card here. I don't know if you can see it. But down here, it looks like the bridge. This is the friend. This is the friend. The unexpected bridge. When you show up in your armor, when you protect what it is, your story, when you protect these beliefs you have about self, you're able to move forward. You're not stuck on this shore away from everybody else, removed, isolated, alone. You actually help create the bridge. You actually allow more love through with forgiveness. You allow this new version of yourself to come through. Yes? Yes. Okay. We're getting wildflower and commitment. And what we're getting through this is the determination of the dandelion, that some people call it the weeds. And the angels have legends about the dandelion for its persistence, for when we want to wish, when we want to grow, and for the joy that they bring. There's something about the mislabel when people think the dandelion is the weed, and it's actually got a lot of healing properties to it. It's like the wildflower. It doesn't care where it lands. It's going to grow anyway. It doesn't care what has come before. It's going to grow anyway. There is a persistence with dandelions. There's a persistence with this. Not everything's meant to be pretty, cultured, refined, rose, peony, poppy, blah, blah, blah. No, there is this aggressive, persistent joy that comes through with dandelion energy. And this says communion, but I'm telling you, it's commitment. It's commitment like the wildflower. And the angels want to come in and surround. The angels want to take care of. And this is like showing a little bit of that isolation on the bench. If you look, you can see the person sitting on the bench and a little bit isolated. It doesn't have to be this way. Allow others in that are our friend energy. They're coming through. They're helping you bridge this. They're helping you stand in your truth, in the version of you that is the now current version. And they're helping you really, really get rid of that old label that sometimes hurts. And they might not even know they're helping you do this, but they're helping be there for the version of you that is here now. And this is huge for you. You know, when you have a label on a product from the store and it just doesn't want to come off, and it's like you try and peel it off and it's just parts, and you have to scrub it off and peel it off. It feels like it's a little bit of work to get that old label off your armor. And when you do, the shine comes through really beautifully. Anything else? Her shoes are too heavy. You can have the suit of armor on, but your shoes are too heavy. You're walking too heavy. You're walking too heavy. How does she just dance? This is what I'm getting. Like literally, this is feeling like the homework. Your shoes are too heavy. You're not allowing, like, pop up some 80s, 90s to 0000s, whatever dance music it is, and let yourself have more joy and let yourself dance. The movement of the body is going to shift things in the spirit for you. This is what I'm getting. That's what I've got. Yeah, you have the strength. You have the ability. You know when you need to do something a little bit different. You know when you're feeling this pull towards the old, pull towards the past, pull towards the darker energy in a not good way. You know how to shake it off. You know how to dance. You know how to move your body to move the energy. You know how to shift, baby. It's time to do so. All right, that's what I've got. That's complete. Yeah, gorgeous reading. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Who knew that would come through? I didn't know that, but okay. Let me see if I can get these ones. Put here. And then you're welcome, honey. You are so welcome. You're so welcome. Beth, if you let Kim know what kind of read you paid for, I'll get you on the list. If you're just new in the room, usually the first few minutes I do like the free micro reads, and then I do like I'll do my commercial. This is what we do, Beth. So if you want what you just saw, that's a blind oracle. That's $20, and I just go in and you get the read you need. If you want the year ahead, that's $30, and it's usually Baker's dozen, 13, 15, sometimes a little bit more cards, but the year ahead. If you have a question and you want to ask, the blind read, you don't ask. The one question read, you can get the mini or the full. The mini is 7 to 10 cards, and the full is 15 to 20 cards, so it's $30 or $40. And then if you want one of my specialty reads where I do bones or the crystal ball with the tarot or a past life reading, those are $50, and this is how you can pay. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, information's in the bio. Blah, 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 commercial over. Nothing big. And if you're new in the room, thank you for coming in. You can see what's going on. And you're going to get a thorough and a nosy and a sometimes bossy read. So forewarned. So, okay. All right. So, Kim, what do we have next? The blind is usually just no question. You don't ask a question. You just get the read you need. So that's usually how it comes through. If you want to get one question mini, I usually bring the tarot in. If I feel inclined to bring Oracle in, I will, if I get the nudge. And my guides will pop through at various times during when I'm doing this. They know. So if the guides want to pop through, they're going to pop through and say, okay, hey, this is what's going on. Here's what's up, tra-la-la. So that's what's going on with them. So for Terry for the blind, that's next. Okay. Okay. And I'm trying to look just to see what's going on. I think my computer is a little bit slow, but okay. All right. And Terry, did you hit Cash App or Venmo? Because I'm not seeing it on Cash App, but sometimes they are a little bit behind, and I know that. So we'll just go for it. But if you let me know, Venmo, okay. And sometimes it's got to be me, guys. Sometimes it's got to be me and technology not always getting along. But we're just going to go for it. Terry for the blind. Wow. Okay. All right. We are getting Madame and Doris. Okay. Whoa. And the lost souls. Or the earth souls. Earthly souls, I think is what this is called. What do we got here? I'm getting the smell of like somebody's char, firewood and smoke. What's coming through? Why am I getting smoke? She needs to settle down. Gogs is in the house. He's saying you need to settle down as if you were sitting by a fire. You need to contemplate. You need to let the fire burn until the embers come. You need to let the fire burn down. The fire needs to burn down. This is choosing carefully, choosing your words carefully, like with the wisdom of the Sphinx. This is saying a long journey is beginning with the star here. Madame Andora's star is different than the star from Tarotland, but this is the journey beginning. So take this as a hopeful, good omen, ready to move forward. And then we've got the siren here. Now, in this one, this is talking about how tempting the mermaids are, how tempting the easier path is. You're going to have to choose your words and your path wisely. You're going to have to choose how this goes forward. What's going on? You need to sit with this for a minute and be. Okay, Gogs is in the house and he's just showing me. He's like stirring the fire, and then he's got this stick that has like ash on it and wiping the ash off the stick. And like here, it's almost like, I'm getting the word consecrating. It's like a consecrating, you know, people will anoint with oil or consecrate with oil or make sacred with smoke or elements. This is the fire element and the ash. Why am I getting this under the eye? The modern equivalent I would see is like when football players put dark under the eye so the over brightness doesn't get them so their vision is more clear. This is why. So this is what the metaphor is for you to think of. Now let's see what else we got coming through here. There's decisions to be made. There's a new path, a new route to be going. We've got imagine mystical harmony, rejoice in the peace. Now, I'm going to shift this so you can see. Here's the first three that came out, right? Then we have imagine, mystical, harmony. Somebody that you approach. This is traveling and going, approaching somebody new. Harmony. Rejoice in the peace. You will be extending yourself towards another. This is you inviting someone, something, someone in. Something, yes. Something comes of this new connection. Inviting it in, this mystical stuff coming through. What is she doing? She's got candles here. There's two that makes the sacred smoke. It's like, I don't know if you can see right. I'm going to put my fingernails right near it. Right near it, okay? You see these candles? There's something about this that has the sacred smoke that comes through. This is something you get to do. Somebody else is trying to do something similar to come in, collaborate, work with. It's not even collaborate on a project. Just collaborate in conjunction with, work with. This is a time of celebration for you. It is where you will get more clear about the choices you make. You won't go to the tempting old path. No, no, no. You're going to go to something a little bit different. I want to see more about what's going on with this siren. Hang on. I can't find my second deck of this off the top of my head. I do have a second deck. Woo. Okay. The Wizard. You're using your skills to aid others. This is something that needs to come through. This is something you're going to do. And this is one that I say a lot to people. Don't overgive, don't overgive. But this is the time for you to share your gifts. You don't get to stand and block your gift from the world. Like, you can't just not show up. You get to show up in the world. And the more you try and resist that, the more annoying it's going to get for you. When you show up in the world, you're going to be in harmony. You're going to be in flow. You're going to be in the energy. You're going to reach out to others. You'll be in this area of rejoicing, as in happiness, as in celebration, as in delighted, and allowing it to just be across you with so much delight. Then peace comes through. What else do we got on this? Yeah. You will be tempted to be like, yeah, I'd rather not do that. You get to say yes more. Now, often y'all get, for people, you get to say no. And typically it's saying no to others, no to this, no to that, not to overdo and to kind of guard your time. For you, it's almost the reverse. It's not that you have to give your time away freely to everyone, but you have to show up true for yourself. And you have to know that if you're going to say, you have to be aware that if you're going to say no to someone, what is your reason? And it's not just a matter of being chicken shit. All right? You can't just be chicken shit about this. The Wizard says you need to use your skills. You need to show up. It's that whole light under the bushel, you know. Show up, be glorious, you know. It's your time to shine is what I'm getting. It is your time to shine. There is no reason for you to be holding back or withhold. Look, create. There she is. There she is, as big as day. This is something you're doing. And you've got the boon companion. It's not in here, but it is in here. The boon companion is here. The boon companion is here. When you find yourself showing up, when you're choosing carefully how to use your words, your thoughts, your actions, your belief, you're showing up more authentically and you're creating with more flow and more ease. Yeah, this is the time, really, really, like the football player, black, I don't know, grease paint, whatever it is. This is the time. I would do something where, say you don't have a yard where you can light a fire and do all this woo-woo, whatever. You light your candle, you do whatever version of this is the closest that you can do. And if the candle is done and you pinch the black off the wick, you do this. You get your clear vision. You do this because it signals to the universe that you're taking your own vision more seriously. It signals to the universe that you are doing something as almost a little bit of an initiation or a rite of passage. You just built yourself a brand new fire pit. Well, okay, now you know what to do. Yeah, this is what's coming through. And this is a time of celebration. Be mindful of the birds. You're going to get many birds around you. And be mindful that you don't get squirrel, 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 squirrel. Be mindful. Be mindful of the birds. It's not just going to be one kind of bird that is trying to bring you messages. There's going to be other things, so be observant. And if one that comes through and it's a little bit of a weirdo bird and you don't usually see it, look it up. Like, try and find what that bird is and what that bird meaning is. Anything else? Yeah, the feathers. Okay, 1 second. Oh, I know where that one is. The feathers. We've got the nuthatch feather, and it says, stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and perspective coming to you. All right. This is the nuthatch, And the feather kind of looks like a bird feather, but that's what I've got. That's what came through. Holy smokes. You're back in court in the custody stuff, and it's been hard. It's been, yeah. As far as the custody stuff and the legal stuff, don't let that swamp you. Don't let the difficulty that you're in steal any more joy from what you can create going forward. It's not going to be, when you're in court and in custody, it's never a walk in the park. Never, never, never. But it's not meant to be something that is just struggle, 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 struggle. It's learning to temper your perspective. Yeah. That's what I've got. That feels very complete. You also have a lot of knowledge and fight this time. Figure out what experience you're wanting to stand for and what are you wanting to create along the way, and it will help you so it doesn't feel like, so the fight feels like you have more energy to be in the battle instead of the battle overtaking you or overcoming every other aspect of life. Be aware of the experience that you're wanting to create and bring some of that energy into the now. If you're wanting to create more joy, more security, more safety and shelter, then you got to create that for yourself as well. Okay? So that's what I've got. You are welcome. You are so, so welcome. Okay, Katie for the blind. All right, Katie. All right. Let me just look. And I'm trying to look on the payments and keep track. And this one iPad, I swear, it's like super slow. So I'm just trying to look. But I think Katie did this on Cash App. And I'm just looking. Come on, you goofy thing. Go. I don't know what it's doing. 1 second. Yeah, it's not doing what I'm wanting it to do, but we are not going to worry on that. Venmo. Okay. Of course. Of course. Of course. All right. Thank you for letting me know. Guys, thank you for helping me with this. I don't like this end of the thing. I don't like having to check on this and being technically like, but that's okay. I'm not going to let it get in the way ever. All right. Katie for Venmo. Okay. This is the Find Your Light Oracle. It's pretty new. It's very, very fairy. Very, very fae. Where's the Tattered Wings also? Hang on. 1 second. There's another one that's meant to go with this. There it is. This is the Tattered Wings. So you're getting a bit of the light side of the fae element and also a bit of the, I don't want to use the word too frequently, but the brokenness that comes through, or the challenge. Let's use the word challenge rather than broken. Broken makes us feel inadequate. Challenge makes us feel like could be a lesson in it. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Why are these so slippery? Wow, there's a lot going on here in this. I didn't anticipate this much. Give me just a second. We're getting, and I'll hold these cards, but the first line that's coming through is, I am a voice, I will surrender, I am captivating, I feel confident. This is all about you surrendering to the speaking your truth that needs to be spoken, to no longer hold it back, hold it in. There are times when we silence our voice or quiet our voice, and we need not do that. And if we do that too long, particularly in the winter, people will come down with colds or sore throats. So you need to stand your ground about something. Your voice needs to be heard, and you need to surrender to the truth that is trying to present itself. Interesting. There's something I said prevent, and it's present. The truth is trying to present. There's something about you having trouble speaking up or having trouble speaking a truth to someone close to you. You need to do it from this space of solution-oriented, not blame, not problem. You are captivating. You are somebody that draws others to you. You need to value self in a way that when you speak this truth, it's because you're fully aware of yourself. This confidence needs to come through in its big, big way. This is what's coming through. Now, hang on, let me move these back. Hopefully, I don't know if you can see those. Hopefully you can. But this is it. This confidence and captivating. You know that other people listen to you quite well, but one person doesn't want to listen in a way, and so you tend to quiet yourself down or not bother with a conversation that needs to be had. It says, I am a voice. I will surrender. You need to choose to surrender, not to battle, but to choose to speak this truth. You need to surrender and offer up this truth. Okay. This is the reassurance. This is almost like, here's the task at hand, here's the reassurance. I am chosen, I am open, I feel brave, I will fight. Interesting. So there's this one, and then here's this one. So you can see. I don't know if you can see them from that far. I am chosen. I am open. I feel brave. And I will fight. And what it is you're fighting for is just standing in your own authentic truth. This is huge for you. All right, let's see what's going on. Getting Jody Messina, Bring on the Rain coming through for this line. This is not going to be something that comes easy to you. It's like you will unmask the truth, the wisdom. This is something's coming through. This is something that when you unmask it, when you bring this truth forward, when you speak your truth more authentically, more clearly, it helps to break a generational blockage, a generational obstacle. It helps create breakthrough energy going forward when you unmask it. This is very much standing on authenticity with a huge amount of love. Offering up love rather than judgment. This is when you tell somebody, this is my experience. This is my feeling. You may have had this experience and I had this one. Sometimes I've told my own siblings, it's like we had a different mother. And when I took time to think about this, it's like, of course we did, because we came in different birth orders at different times, the things that were going on with the parents. But mine was very, very different than my experience of my mother, very, very different than some of my other siblings. And some of them are like, I don't remember it that way. Well, of course you don't. That doesn't mean that their experience is the only way or your experience is the only way. Both things can be true at the same time. You need to honor your truth, honor what you are speaking, honor what is coming through you. And when you stand in your truth and stand in your power, when you acknowledge that, that is how you yield it up, offer it up confidently, beautifully, bravely, and bringing it forward. Maybe they didn't ever think of it that way. Maybe then when they realize that you've experienced this in a different way, then they get to take a look at their experience as well, and they get to think a little bit bigger. They have to. I'm going to shift this. They have to expand their thinking a little bit bigger. They have to break out their experience as being the truth for everyone and realize that the experience and the truth that exists for them is not the only truth. They have to recognize this when you speak it. So it's not just important in the sense of honoring you. It also helps edify, educate, and lift the situation when it's done. And I want to say correctly, but that's not the correct word. When it's done from the place of love. When it's done from a solution place and a creating space for people to allow to have their different experience, then it creates more harmony going forward, creates more truth. The tattered wing can be mended. The healing can begin. The rivalry, the competition, or the dominance can settle the hell down, can calm down and make allowance for other to be there. And for more respect and reverence to enter in. There could be a little bit of fluttering and a little bit lifting going on with these cards. It's like this is a tricky, tricky thing to do. This is creating something and also honoring something, and that creates lift. Yeah, anything else? Walk in your truth. Once you've spoken it, don't rehash, don't rehash. Walk in your truth. Walk in, Lucy's saying, walk in the beauty way. You hear me say this a lot. It's the easiest way that she can express to me and I can express to you. Walk in your truth. It's not just about standing in your power or standing in your truth. It's also walking in your truth. If you want this element of your essence to be known and to be felt. You need to walk in it and be in it and carry it through and carry it with you. Yeah, okay. Wild, she always tries to make it a competition. Okay, all right. So I'm going to tell you this funny story. Now, I have multiple sisters, but one of my sisters has like the most, she's just beautiful. She is absolutely strikingly beautiful. But her nose and my nose were different. And some of you who've been around for a while, you've probably heard this story before. But I would spend hours trying to pinch my nostrils perfectly round because hers were so beautiful. I wanted her nose. I really loved her nose. And I didn't find out till years later, she had spent years trying to push her nostrils so they would be more pear-shaped like mine. This is how often we get in these ways, and we compare ourselves to others. I can't switch my nose. Well, I guess these days I could go get a nose job if I wanted to. I don't feel like I want to do that anymore. But to know that she had seen something in me that I did not find beautiful, and I had seen something in her that she did not find beautiful, and we were trying to have what each other had. Understanding that we can acknowledge each other's beauty and still be our own selves was part of that lesson. I was so delightfully surprised by this. And it's like, we don't always know when those things are happening, but the comparison game, the competition game doesn't serve us. What you've got, what you're bringing forward is important, and bringing forth what is authentic to you is important. So don't step into that place. Just honor and revere the beauty that is within you and walk in that and allow her perfectly to be who she is. If she doesn't understand it, if she thinks you're just a way out there weirdo, if you're hippie trippy, whatever, that's okay. That's all right. It's not about whether she's totally going to get you or get your experience or anything. It's about you standing in your truth, you're speaking it, and then you're walking it. And in time, they'll get this. Like, you're not being different or difficult just to be different or difficult. If you're just wired differently, you're just wired differently. If you just think about it differently, you just think about it differently. That's how it is. And it will take time for them to kind of catch up, but they will catch up. That's what I've got. That's complete. Wow, that's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Wow. Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah, and both of them are required. The Tattered Wing Fairy and the Light Fairy. Both of them required for you at this time. Yeah. Let me get some water and then we'll check and see what's going on with the list. Okay. You're so welcome. You are welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, Kim, can you tell me who's... The list is clear. Okay, so I'll give you my commercial real quick. This is what's going on. The 20 for the Blind Oracle, 30 for the year ahead. One question mini is 40, one question full is 50. That's like when I double deck with tarot decks, and that's really, really fun. Lola, you sent a Cash App? Okay, I will check it out. Let me know what kind of read it is, and this is how you guys can pay. Lola's on top of it, and I will check and see what Cash App is saying. And if you just tell me the kind of read, then I'll know. But that's what we've got. So from Lola's Light Box, and I don't see exactly, I see that you're there. I just am not seeing what kind of read it is. $20 blind. Okay, you got it. You got it. Oh, okay. All right. Why are we here? We're in the Star Decks right now. Huge, huge, huge. In the Star Decks for Lola. I think this is the Star Temple or Star Sisters, and then we're going to go, I don't know if this is the Star Keepers or what. This is a Rebecca Campbell, and I don't know who did this one. We're in the Star Temple. This is usually when the Galactics want to come in and bring a message through. The Visionary. Straight down the line, straight down the line. Okay, this is what we're getting. Whoa. And then I want flanks. Straight down the line and flanks. Okay. Let me get this down here. What's the flanking energy? Why does that one be there? Okay. This one, I'm going to have to read it. This one is coming up with a hidden card, and we're going to leave it hidden for now. We'll get to it in a little bit later. I wanted to stick there, so it's going to stick there. We're going here. We've got Astrop the Visionary, and this is saying awake with an intuitive perspective. And it says, I see the bigger picture. Awake, wake up. There's synchronicities coming in. The way of the Chiromancer is coming in. Huge amounts of synchronicity coming in for you. Huge. Awake. Then we've got the triple star grid, and what I'm getting on here is sacred geometry. We're getting Metatron's cube coming through. It's not just the triangle and the other triangle, or the pyramid and the other pyramid. It's also the perimeter around this. So if you're looking at this closely, it's like this is the sacred space around, the energy around. And this is talking about keeping your field, keeping good spiritual hygiene in your biofield, in your energetic, in your spiritual field, keeping this clean, keeping it yours, knowing what your energy is and knowing when you're taking on other energies. It's like if you were to walk yourself through the pyramids, walk yourself inside the pyramid into a place where the Metatron's cube would come and surround that with a certain light, then that would be a way for you to help guard your own energy. Connect and realign to higher consciousness. This is something you have to do for self. This is like, I've already given you the mental homework, the mental exercise of what you're supposed to be doing. I'll give it to you again. Walk the 4 sides of the exterior pyramid, the pyramid that faces up. Walk the 4 sides in your mind of the pyramid. Allow yourself in through the side door, because there is a side door that you go through that's low to the base. Then you go deeper, deeper, deeper. Then you're going into the other pyramid that's this way. Then you're seated. There is a space. There is a space. There's an altar, a space, a seat, a space for you to be at. This is like sacred, holy space for you. Surround the whole thing with a perimeter of whatever color light that feels appropriate at the time for you. It may look like this. It may look pink. It may look gold, whatever it is. Allow for this. Allow yourself to create this space for you to go to when you want spiritual lessons and guidance. This is something that comes through, and it creates just that. It creates a sacred space for you to be seated in, for you to learn. Also, just so you know, you have this, you're seated here, you have the altar here, and it is almost like a drop-down white screen, like almost a drop-down white screen of movie for teaching and instruction to come through for you. So if you're sitting there and you can view it like a modern, almost like a movie theater screen, but you're not in a movie theater. You're in a very sacred, holy temple that is within your soul, within your mind. You've been there before. You know how to view this. You know how to see this. You have the visionary here, you have the oracle here, and you have the triple star grid. So if you have these 3 things in place and you have this around you, this is how you will be able to get insight, knowledge. You can run a scenario on that screen. You can ask, what do I need to look for? You can ask whatever. And let spirit just poof, think white screen, and poof, here comes this. This is what's coming up. The oracle, it says, I'm the oracle, my intuitive insights flow freely. And here she is totally seated, ready to go, ready to be focused. There's something about the color in this card that is coming through strong. This is the color of almost like beyond the green that is in jade into the evergreen type of deep, deep evergreen color. It's something about that color that is good for you right now. All right. Okay. Star family coming through. What do they want to tell you? It says you're a part of a team of souls. Call in support. And this shows almost like these little blue sparks shooting off would be like the galactics or star guides, angels, ancestors, call it what you ever want to. But this is the ones that are not in the human form anymore, or if they ever were, and they're coming in to help and to guide you. They might be the ones that are running the projector in your little sacred space, or they might be the ones that you call to, whether it's guardian angel Ted or whether it's your guide Marsha. Somebody mentioned the name of the guide Marsha. I have Lucy, I have Gogs, whatever it is, call them in. They're going to be there. This is how it works for you. Then it says there's something you need to wait for. It's not time yet, and it's being woven. And look at this. There's something about cosmic timing coming in here. Now, when we're talking about cosmic timing, cosmic dance, the cosmic connection, we're talking about a spiral weaving, a spiral way of going, not a linear A to B, traveling the spiral path. Like when you see vortexes and swirls on the big night sky, or you're looking at astrology and you're looking at astronomy and seeing there's these nebulas around. It's creating something bigger and bigger and bigger and getting caught in the swirl every now and again. And there is there is a rhythm to it. Just because you're going around this far, it's like you're almost here to this point. And you're like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. It will pull like a tidal pool. Or like if you see the swirl in water of the bathtub drain or in the sink drain, you can see how that goes. This is a cosmic tidal pool. Yeah, that's what's coming in. Don't know what that's about. So wait and be patient because you're on this side. The momentum will catch up. Even though it feels like it's been long and you've been waiting, the momentum will catch up. Now let's see what we've got here. This not alone card. This is a reminder. Isolation, physical connection, and community. Get in your sacred time, in your sacred space, but then get out into the world because you are not alone on this. And you might have these feelings where you're feeling, that puzzle piece. Sorry, guys. That puzzle piece is here. Okay, come on, you. I don't know why it gives me this, but it does. Okay, so this swirling thing and this not alone thing, when you're swirling and you're outside, say you've gone 1 round, 2 round, and you're right here, and you're like, I feel way apart from everyone else. You're actually not. The momentum's just trying to catch up and bring you around again. And then it's just skip, skip, skip to the connection. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but that's what's coming through. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, you're not for everyone. Could we please all just say hallelujah to that? Not everyone is meant for everyone. Not everyone is everyone's cup of tea. If it were, we'd all be the identical same thing all the time, all the time, all the time. You are meant to be distinctly you. And those that love and adore you exactly how you are, they're going to love and adore exactly how you are. So you're not meant for everyone. Not everyone's going to tune into Feisty Butterfly Tarot and think, yeah, that's the one I resonate with. That's okay. They're meant to find who they resonate with. Your friends, your spiritual community, your tribe, your hippie, trippy, weirdo tribe, they're meant to resonate with you and they will find you. When you recognize that you don't have to pretzel knot yourself into something else and be, somebody else's version of what you think. All you need to be is yourself, full on. That's what you need to do. Recognize that you're not everyone's cup of tea and keep going forward anyway. Fine. That works fine. And then this says Hyrath. And I don't know if I'm saying this, but it's a longing for home, a homesick for the stars. This pink energy is coming through really strong. It's very, very heart chakra energy that wants to come through. There's a few different songs that basically resonate with the message that you are not from here, or this is your temporary home, or the SOS from Dimash did a beautiful job of that. Knowing that we are not just earthbound souls, that our souls are eternal, bigger, more vast, more cosmically connected than just this human experience. This is something that bears repeating and bears remembering for you. We want one more from the stars for you, and then we'll call it good. The Huntress. The quest. It says, the Pleiades light my quest to be wild and free. And this is gorgeous card. Gorgeous, gorgeous energy. It feels as though you came to the planet Earth to do the human experience with a very, very purposeful mindset, with a targeted mission. You knew that this would be confusing. You knew this would be a little bit weird and wonky for you. You came through anyway. This is like somebody volunteering for the hard job. It's like, yeah, I'll do it. I can do it. Yeah, I'll do it. Then we get down to Earth and it's like, none of this feels right. I didn't sign up for this. Your higher self, your authentic self, your divine self knows exactly why you signed on for this. Know full well that you are on for this. You came with intention to be here in this time frame. There's no doubt about it. You have some of this star ancestry, and the Pleiades come strongly through here, but the star ancestors and star ancestry, this is almost like a star being guide telling you to wait for the cosmic timing to catch up. The star family is all around you. They're surrounding you right now. This is beautiful, beautiful energy. You're awakening to this. You're waking up and you're doing it in your own way, in your own path. Don't let the fact that you have to do some of this alone intimidate you. No, it's how you're going to learn it best and easiest. And the things that you learn, the things that you will hold dear, maybe not everybody's going to get, but you'll know the truth of them because you'll feel the truth of them. You'll feel the truth of it, and that will be significant to you. Yeah, that's what I've got. That's complete. That's gorgeous. Yeah. And I would suggest, yeah, anything that's shaded evergreen, the evergreen deep, deep green, and anything that's shaded in the
cotton candy pink. If you look at the colors on these cards, these are both related to heart chakra energy. I would get some stones, like I would get rose quartz, and I would get a green that's deeper than jade around you. That's what I got. Yeah. Holy smokes. That was a biggie. That was gorgeous. Yes, you did see the hidden one. It's Hierath. Let me show it to you. It's the one that's got this pink. And if you look at this, if you imagine yourself sitting, I'm going to use this. If you imagine yourself sitting right here and your star family is right here, it feels like that could be a very vast distance, but it's actually quite close in the grand scheme of things. Really, really, really. Very, very closer than you think. Closer connected than you think. You are so welcome. So, so welcome, honey. This is beautiful energy for you. Huge, huge, huge. And the star conscious, the star connection, huge. And this is the, I think it's the Star Temple Oracle. And then I think this is called the Star Keepers from Rebecca Campbell. So that's what I got. So gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let me get some water and we'll see what else is going on. So Kim, if you let me know who's next on the list, that'll be great. Makes a lot of sense? Good. Yeah. And it will open up and make even more sense and more sense and more sense. Okay. Emily, are you saying you sent something? Okay. Emily, if you're saying you sent something, will you tell Kim whether it's Venmo or Cash App or whatever, and I'll try and get my iPad to catch up? You sent something? Yes. Which read did you send for, honey? Venmo. So are you wanting the yearly, or are you wanting a one question? Because whatever it is just great. I don't have a problem with that. We've seen you before. You've been in here before. I'm sure that it's good. So just because I'm behind on my screens doesn't mean that that's a problem. A love reading. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see what we've got. Hang on. Okay. Just going to go here. I want this out of the way. Okay. We haven't been in these in a while. This is the Romantic Tarot for the love reading. So this is going to be pretty fun. Now this makes me think of Italy and Florence and all of that. So the imagery is going to be very much to that. But let's just take a look and see what's going on for Emily for love reading. And then we'll go into this one. Now this is slightly smaller, and I trimmed the borders off of these so you can see. We're going to double deck on this. Okay, we're getting two doesn't mean anything to you. 2 arrows shot. It's like Cupid is shooting 2 bows at the same time. If you see the archers and they have two arrows loaded, it's like Cupid is pulling back 2 bows at the same time. Or excuse me, 2 arrows at the same time in the bow. Yeah. Okay. That's how we're doing it. That's the shape of this. So that's what is coming in. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay. This feels like 2 people. I feel like we're getting you and whatever is other. And I don't know that you even know who this other is just yet. So that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm reading. Okay, let's see what's going on. The first one feels like your energy going forward. 9 of Cups, like really, really ready, open, and fulfilling energy. This is the one where you have usually the smug merchant sitting, or he's ready to host the party. Real readiness, receptivity. Then we have a little bit of this energy, this 9 of Swords, and this is like, I'm getting there's creeps around you, so watch out. This is like turning away some of them. Just because you're receptive and you're hosting a good party doesn't mean just anybody gets to get past the red rope. Not everybody just gets to get in or get your time or get your attention. This is what's coming up. There will be those that are drawn to you that you're going to want to swat away or send away. There will be those that are drawn to you. You're going to need to fine-tune your discernment, because there's going to be creeps that are around you. When you get the feeling that something is sketch in regards to love, or something's a red flag, you're not getting that feeling from left field. It's not from out of nowhere. That's your higher intuition telling you, yeah, that one needs to step off, all right? Your higher self is here helping guide you right now. And you're moving past this point where there's death, grieving, sorrow, loss. You're moving past this, transitioning to something else. You're really, really in this moment of flight more. You're beyond the stage of death and transformation. You are in flight. You are the butterfly. It draws the eye, draws the attention, draws the energy of others towards you in a way where they see you, they spot you, and they want to capture you. You are to remain free-spirited and disentangled at this time. Don't hitch to anybody's wagon too fast right now. You are to understand flight right now. You are to understand a little bit of freedom right now. So what this is saying in regards to love, don't be so quick to get in relationship. Don't be so quick to couple up or to get in relationship or to think that this person is the right person. Be choosy. I'm not saying snooty, but if you feel like it, but be choosy, be discerning. Let your higher self lead you for the long game. Okay, other that wants to come towards you in a good way. We have the Four of Swords. It's like, look here, you've got this one that's trying to like hit you up for the dance or whatever. And this one, you've got various couples dancing, various partners. And if you think about when people used to dance and have the dance card filled way back in like my grandma's time, which would be like, even if you think late 1800s, early 1900s, they would have their dance card. They would take their time courting and getting to knowing each other. It's a little different in modern times, but you need to take your time so you can feel like you've got an idea of who this is before you're just all in, or before you're even more than 2 toes in. Here comes the swoony energy. Now this one's coming in as others. This is like the creepy guy, and this guy will make you want to swoon. They're going to be very similar. Why is this? What is different about this guy here than here? Oh, this guy's trying to get you, This one you will open and yield to. Now, that might be a little bit, it's not meant to be graphic, but you will be more open to this person. You're not going to have the flags go off. So sometimes I'll tell people, look for a totally different type of person. So if you're into tall, dark, and handsome, look for, short, blonde, and stocky, or whatever. This isn't that. This is, maybe it's not the type that you're attracted to that needs to shift. Maybe it's still going to look like the same kind of type, but something about their personality, their attributes, is going to be different. And you will feel more open, less guarded, less like, is this for real? Is this for real? You'll be walking in a space with more discernment, more confidence, and you'll be in flight. And this is something you will be ready to receive. You will be more receptive of. This one will take it slow. Look at this. You will feel like this. They will be moving on the slower train. They will understand that you need the slow pacing, and you'll get it. You really will get it. Now this up here. I'm getting this person's going to be very, very goofy for you, as if they want to sketch your every feature, sketch everything. They're going to come wholeheartedly to this, not just telling you everything you want to hear. They'll tell you things you don't want to hear too. They might be telling you the right things that you want to hear, but not in a smarmy way, not the narcissist being predatory and trying to love bomb you. No, they're authentic love. They might be laughing at you like if you're laughing so hard that you're snorting, and they say, gee, you have a cute snort. And you're like, I didn't want him to notice that I was laughing so hard I was snorting. But you'll get it. They will be goofy about you. This is deep happiness that comes through. Wow. This is the moon, but yeah. I'm getting the moonstruck energy, like the song from Moonstruck, when the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Yeah, that's what's coming through. When is this coming through? I don't even need the cards. It feels like I'm getting the number 5. Look for the number 5. I don't think it's 5 weeks, and I don't think it's the month of May. I think it's as in the next 5 months. This is an expansion of time. It's coming in slowly. It's coming in slowly. It's coming in slowly. This is coming, you're going to cross paths with this person before 5 months. By 5 months from now, you will clearly recognize it. That feels like forever long to you. It's not forever long. It's just at first, it's going to be like a different kind of thing. Like, yeah. It's not like you're going to think they're a complete dork, but you're going to kind of wonder. You give them time to really take action, take action, take action. You give them time to work. Give them time to have to show how strong they are, that they're up for the task. Anything else? Yeah, I don't know what the rest of the lyrics to that song are, but it just is, it's like stuck there. That's amore. It's like this is something that is beyond the levels and layers of romance that are in the stories, or beyond the Parisian love affair. Beyond that. And I'm also getting a reference to When Harry Met Sally, and it's not the restaurant scene. It's that she was so annoyed by Billy Crystal in the beginning of that. That's an older movie. I don't know if everyone will get that reference. Sometimes they can annoy you. It does not feel like you'll get love bombed. It feels like you're getting depth here. You're going for depth, so you're going to be going slower. Others will still try and rush you. Don't be fooled by the con. This one wants you to take it slow. He's waiting for something real, something solid. When a man loves a woman and they are truly, truly loved by a woman, they know. Most men know that if they get that, they win. They aren't looking for the perfect. They aren't looking for a super freak. They're looking for real, for true, for genuine, for authentic. They aren't looking for perfect. They're looking for real. This person's deep. They want somebody to help them as a partner, so they don't have to carry the world all alone, nor do you. It becomes much easier and full of joy and something expansive out of this. That's what I've got. That's what I've got. That's complete. That's complete. Yeah. I would take a little time looking up that strong from Moonstruck. And in Harry Met Sally, it's not so much the restaurant scene. It's the beginning part of it when she's so damn annoyed with him. And I think he tells her that men and women can never be friends or something like this. And it's like, okay, so don't take every rom-com as gospel. But those two elements from those things are coming in, and they are looking for something that's a deeper, groovy kind of love, a deeper kind of connection. They aren't going to be just looking for Little Miss One Night Stand. So yeah, if you're serious about somebody, don't give them the milk. That's what I would say. If you're of a certain age, you know what that's about. All right. Next up is Megan for the blind. Let me get some water and we will get into it. Wow, that was great. Megan for the blind. So I've got Wisdom of the Forest Keepers here. A few more. The Sacred Forest here. If I can get all of it. Oh, good God. Hang on one second. Yeah. And I think this is a Cosmic Dream Oracle here, so that's where we're going. Very interesting. What I'm getting for you, Megan, is there's some kind of need to be grounded. I need to get like on the forest floor first, get the earth scent, get the earth smell, get yourself grounded before you get top heavy. You might have a propensity to get top heavy, and I'm talking not top heavy, I'm talking top heavy. Like when you're spiritually minded and you're a little too much in the ether. This is asking you to get grounded. Go into the zone that gets you really grounded. Get something in your hands, whether you're gardening, whether you're knitting, whether you're playing with Play-Doh, whether you're washing dishes. Get both of the hands going, get the rhythm going, get grounded. What do the Forest Keepers have for you? The Green Man, Fairy Godmother, the Elf Queen. All right. What we're getting here, the Green Man is saying initiative, fertilization, and action. The Fairy Godmother is saying revelation, discovery, epiphany. And Elf Queen is saying introverted burden and responsibility. These are reading very, very oracle indeed. So I'm going to show these to you and show these down here so you can see them. The Green Man, Fairy Godmother, and the Earth Queen. The Elf Queen, excuse me. what I'm getting is this green man earthing energy that you need to do allows you to bestow your gifts upon others in a way that makes sense, that doesn't drain you dry, so that your own inner magic is not depleted and you can bring things forward. There is connection to the Fae. There is connection to the elf energy for you. I'm not sure what that's about, but there is connection to earth, and people call it Fae, people call it elf, sometimes people call it elementals. This is what's coming through. The wood sprites. Don't know. I don't know how those categories are. Maybe I shouldn't lump them all together. You'll know better than I, but this is what's coming through. We're getting clairvoyance, power over difficulty, and divine mother. There is something where you need to fairy godmother yourself, gift yourself the mothering, give yourself the magic, allow it to come through. Hopefully you can see those. Allow it to come through. Allow this extra time of mothering to come through. So divine mother, whether you tap into Mother Mary or whether you tap into Goddess Sophia, that feminine, divine feminine wants to nurture and take care and surround you with a little bit of comfort. Allow your inspiration and the desire to move forward and bestow your spiritual gifts to be there in a time that makes sense for you. So you are not overgiving. All right? The fairy godmother probably had the power in the Cinderella story. The fairy godmother probably could have given Cinderella far more than just magic shoes and a carriage and say, be home at midnight. But she did what she thought was the good thing to do. She probably could have done all kinds of things. If we see the fairy godmother in the land of Pinocchio, we see the land of the blue fairy coming in and making the wooden boy the real boy. All of these things. The fairy godmother, the fae element of this, gifts us and grants us gifts, but not every single gift. The power to overcome difficulty is huge. Part of what's coming in with your clairvoyance is also this gift of courage, of determination. This is protecting what's important to you, sharing what you can share with others, but really having the courage to be courageous for yourself. What else is coming through here? The overgiving, people, when we do have overgiving going on, we need to just dial that back in. But what I'm talking about here is this: you have this gift to give to others. It doesn't mean you have to give everything for everyone. You need to be grounded for self first, is what I'm getting. In this, clairvoyance and courage, the power to overcome difficulty. It says on it, reclaiming your power. For some of us, we are learning about boundaries, how to hold the boundaries. When we hold the boundaries, we know exactly how much of our magic we need to sprinkle here or there. We know exactly when our time is up. We know exactly when we've said something to someone and it feels like that we've said it again and again and again, and we refuse to say any more on it. We refuse to even address it unless they want to come actually ask. The old adage about advice, so the wise don't need it, the rest don't heed it. Yeah, very much. This is the time for you to be your own best counsel, to understand your connection with spirit in a deeper way, to get grounded. Now we're going into the dreaming realm. And this is called, I think, the Cosmic Dream Oracle or something like that. And it's gorgeous. Oh. Quantum leap, time, and a fated encounter. Holy cow. Quantum leap, time, fated encounter. Okay, I'm going through the decks and I'm going in my mind over to the Akashic Tarot. If you have it, it's set up differently than another tarot. They have something about a fated meeting, and it looks like it's outside a train. This is where I'm going. There is a divine meet coming up, a divine meeting coming up, a quantum leap. You've jumped timelines. You specifically. Now, some people have jumped timelines, other people haven't. How can that be happening all at the same time? I don't know, but it is. A fated encounter. A leap in the timeline. A quantum leap, a fated encounter in the time. And again, the spiral path. You see how I talk about the spiral path, how you could go from boom, 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 and leap through the time instead of going the linear way. You've already got enough swirling around you in your particular spiral, in your particular field, that you can leap across. You can leap from inner to outer pretty fast. Other people, it takes a little bit longer. What else? Why am I telling her this? What does she need to know? There's more to this. I can just feel it. The shadow self has been encountered. The reflecting upon self has been encountered. The shadow self has been encountered, and the reflecting upon self has been encountered. The time for doubt has dissipated. You've seen, you've been critical and condemned enough by yourself, for yourself. You can let go of that now, please. Sacred geometry is coming in as in the spiral, as in the spiral. It's like you've been traveling this long and very circuitous route. At times there's been loneliness. At times the journey feels like it's never ending and it's going on and on and on. And now you're coming to this place where you can leap a little more quickly. Not in the physical sense, in the spiritual sense. And it draws towards you others that are also indeed ready to leap at this time. Earlier on, as I was beginning the show, we had that Wheel of Fortune coming up, and it's here so strongly. It's like, boom, yeah. The black sun, the eclipse has happened for you. This is when it shifted for you. This black sun, we had this eclipse not too long ago. Something shifted for you in this moment of the eclipse. Something shifted for your spirit, for your soul. It is as if you did the shadow work, did the shadow work. Now you're ready to break free. You can travel more lightly. You get grounded, then you travel lightly. Then you step to the ground, and then you travel lightly. It is like you have the slippers. I'm getting images of ballet slippers and also Mercury with the wings on the slippers. You can get grounded and then travel more lightly. I'm not sure why this is, but this feels like the shadow work that you have done has been sufficient. And now this, maybe the need to have that doubt there would served a purpose for a time, but you've just outgrown that. Maybe the need to have the critique there served a purpose for a time, but she's outgrown this. Lucy is lifting up, she has this very long gown, and she's lifting up, showing her shoes, showing those shoes, showing like winged feet and like just ribbons that are wrapped around her feet. Her winged slippers are like, they don't have the ballet slipper, they just have the ribbons around the feet that tie the wings to the back of her ankles, and you walk on the air. Beautiful. Something about the energy of lavender is very, very good for you right now. Not the smell of lavender, the color of lavender. A lighter feeling of the amethyst. If you go full on amethyst, you're going to get too top heavy. But something that is lavender, or maybe you might call it lilac lavender, the light purple, that's important for you right now. And keep your headspace very much. I would look for this. I would look for something like this in a lighter shade of purple. And I would have it handy, and I would use it. Whether it's a blanket that you want to snuggle in and have over you all the way, whether it's a scarf, whether it's a hoodie that brings up, yeah. In modern terms, I would think that you would need, if I would tell you go shopping, I'd say go shopping for a light purple colored hoodie that you can put the hood up, and you can be in your own little spiritual bubble, and you can be grounded, but also be ready to transition into the airspace, into the fairy realm a little bit more when you want, as you see fit. That's what I've got. You have a lilac scarf. Good to know. That's what we've got. That was amazing. Wow. Beautiful. Yeah, that is really, really something. That's complete. Wow. Yeah. And I love this little deck. It's great. But yeah, that's what's going on, folks. I'm going to need some water. And it's warm in here. And I think it's just the temperature outside is getting a little bit warm. So it doesn't feel like it's like a spiritual hot flash or menopausal hot flash. It just feels like the temperature in my room is getting a little bit warm. So let me get some water so I can get a sip, and then we'll keep going. So 1 second. All right. You're welcome. Okay, I'm going to stop this video right now, and then I'm just